Okay. Hey guys, hi. Hi, I'm just getting on. Okay, this angle on my camera might be good, might not. We're gonna try and record the show as we go today. So, woo, there goes my head. Of course, off with my head again. That is how it goes sometimes. But all right, we'll see. Okay. All right, guys. Hi. Hi. So I think it's called the Mystical Adventures in my hand right now. So we'll see what's going on. Athena, how you doing? Hey, Freed. Is it Free or Fred? It's Fred. Hey, Fred. Hey, Kim. Hey, Diane. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I've got the Mystical Adventures deck in my hand. I've got two of these little ones. I love the size for shuffling. And they're almost like a storybook flavor that's kind of medieval, but I quite like them. So good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Miss Sassy. So yeah, I thought I'd show you a few of these, and that just felt good in the hand. So that's where we're starting out with, and we'll see what we're doing. So if you've got a quick question, this is the time to go ahead and ask, and we'll throw a few cards for the micro. I'm a little bit on a time limit today. My daughter is going to actually go visit her mother-in-law, and she's going to be out of the country for a little while. So it makes me a little bit nervous, but I want to see her before she goes. So today probably will be a little bit of a shorter show, so we'll get right on it. So hopefully, if you got some questions, we'll ask. Jamie Love. Jamie, Sassy Purple Creations, do you have something a little bit more specific in that question? So we'll see what's going on. I'm seeing Mr. Shaw and Giovanna. Good to see ya. Just something I'm not sure, Sarah Posey. Yeah, those are my specialty reads. If you want to get it on the paid list, let Kim know. Sarah, are you at the right job? Let's tip this down. We're going to take a peek. Let's see what's going on. That came up with two in the center there. Oh, don't know why that's doing that. Hang on. Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Empress, and the 8 of Cups. Now, the 8 of Cups is a card of leaving. It looks like that there's something about your job that feels very, very burdensome to you, that it's wearing you out, makes you tired. It doesn't feel like it's the perfect alignment. The truth is you could be in a different job, in a different position with what would be greater rank. What I'm feeling on this is it's not the right job. It doesn't suit completely. Now, does that mean tell the boss, get lost? Not necessarily. What it means is you need to evaluate what's going on in the experience that's working or what is in particularly not working and why it feels so off. It doesn't feel like it's the right job. With these two on the bookends, not at all. This is burden and this is leaving. So I would say the answer to that one is no, you're not in the right job. What to do about it and the pace is up to you. Jamie, love, when will I find the one? Oh, okay, that's a great question. You know what? I'm going to get the Chubby Bunny deck. I don't know what it's really called, but it might even be called the Chubby Bunny deck. But it is so darn cute. I love it. So, Jamie, when will you find the one? What I'm going to take this as is when will you find a significant love coming in? A strongly significant. The one, I think we have more than one. We live a little bit longer than they did, you know, a couple hundred years ago. But I think I catch your drift. When will you find the significant one? Cards want to hop. 5 cards coming out on this. We're seeing the Tower. You need to break down anything that you're building up about what you believe about the myth of love or how it should be, or if you're buying into like the picket fence fairy tale or the romantic notions that are overly romantic and not real pragmatic, you're building up something that's false that will get struck down. The Queen of Swords is here saying cut the shit, suffer no fools, and don't settle for something. Don't turn yourself into a pretzel to accommodate being in a couple. Cut the shit. Stop trying to fool yourself or anyone else on this thing and just go straight forward. Authentic truth, and sometimes perceived as cold, sometimes perceived as a bitch, but got to go straight on forward being you. We've got the card of the Emperor here. When it comes to the masculine, when it comes to the divine masculine, suffer no fools. Don't let them make the rules or set the rules or conditions or terms at all. Here we've got the 10 of Coins, the legacy, the breakthrough, how you move forward, the wealth. This is generational inheritance card. It's also legacy, and it's also when you sometimes face a shadow, break a generational curse. It's when you think about what do you want to leave behind, more than just the experience. That's when you have the breakthrough. And then what happens? The 2 of Cups. Then the perfect partnership comes in. So as soon as you smash that tower and realize, you know, true love might not look like the romantic love story that you think it's going to be. It might run a little bit deeper than that. Sometimes it's when you're just sitting at home and you know, maybe whoever your husband is or your partner is goes and gasses up the car and says, I'm going to gas up the car and wash the car. And you're like, okay, why are you doing this? Then you take the moment to realize that person's doing that because it's their love language. That's an act of service that they're doing for you. It's not necessarily always roses or fun dates or, you know, what's portrayed in Hollywood imaginings, I would say. Hey, Gigi, hey, good to see you. So that's what I got on that one. So, hey, Enchanted Sage and Brandy, I think that's right, but it could be Crystal, because I always get Enchanted Sage and Esoteric Designs are both getting a shout out whenever I see them. You are welcome. You're welcome, Jamie. You're doing all right, Kim? Hey there. Hey, honey. It's Brandy. Yay. I thought it was, but then I'm like, I swear I'm going to like stick a note across on my wall over there that says Enchanted Sage is Brandy, Esoteric Designs is Crystal. I think I finally got it, but as soon as I think I finally got it, you know I'm going to call it wrong. I don't know why. And I'll categorize everything together like everything is a McDonald's, whether it's Burger King or In-N-Out or Arby's, they're all McDonald's. And everything around here, whether it's the Chevron gas station or the Mini Mart or the Quick and Go, it's all 7-Eleven. So I kind of categorize sometimes that way, but that's kind of how I do. So anyway, that's what's going on. But if you got a question, get on the list. This is what we're doing today. Here's the paid list. $20 for the blind oracle, $30 for the year ahead, $30 for a mini, $40 for a full. You ask the questions on these. You don't ask the questions on these. Specialty reads are $50 each. And that's for oracle, bones, or past lives, which I love past lives. It's okay. I called Brandy Alicia the other day. That's okay. Athena, is my husband trying to contact you? Let's take a look. I want to go into the Halloween tarot, surprisingly enough. Is your husband trying to contact you? I just want to go right here. A truth from the other side of the curtain is what I'm getting. I would say this is a yes, but something is thwarting, something is blocking. So I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if this is a fear thing blocking, but something is blocking. Then we've got the Empress coming out. This is the mother. This is the one that's receptive. There is a need to be a little bit more receptive, a little bit more open to what might be coming through. Pay attention to your finer senses. Pay attention to the subtle nudge. You hear me say that all the time. It's time to pay attention to the nudge. And then there's a new start coming, but it's a little bit in a delay. That's what I'm getting for that. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, he is trying to contact you. The truth from the other side is what is coming up the strongest. Yeah, the truth from the other side of that. So yeah, and that's a really a strange deck for me to be pulling, but Enchanted Sage, is it time for me to start your online business? I would give a straight up yes to that. There's like not even a card required on that, but I'll pull a card and see. But I'm giving a straight up yes to that, honey. That's what I'm getting. You're welcome, Athena. 9 of Cups. Yes, start your business. Yes, yes, yes. It's your heart's desire. It's your wish. That's what I'm getting. Yes, yes. And don't look that it has to be perfect or anything like that. Hey, Anne-Marie, good to see you this morning. Good to see you, Anna. Good to see you. So if you guys have some questions, I'm going to get a sip of water. Paid list is open. Let Kim know how you've paid, and we'll get started. My time is limited today, so it's going to be kind of a short show. So get on the list if you want to get a reading today, and this is what we're doing. The Blind Oracle and the $30 year ahead, you don't ask a question. You just get what you get. You get the read you need. Whatever comes through, comes through. So then if you want to get a mini or a full, this is how you do it. 7 to 10 cards on the mini, 15 to 20 on the full, and you ask a question on that one. That's just pretty much straight tarot. So go ahead and ask a question on those. And then here's the specialty reads. I'm going to get some water, and then we're going to get going. So we will get with it. But like I say, my daughter is going out of the country, and I want to see her. Before she does, she's going to go spend some time with her mother-in-law, which I think will be very fun for her. But makes me a little nervous because I haven't been there. So anyway, that's what's going on. Who is that? Do I see a new business adventure in the future? And this is for Gigi. Yeah, I do. What's going on with that? I'm going to look in the owl deck. List is clear. It's time to get on the paid list. This is the last of the free readings that I'll do. But for Gigi, do I see new business adventure in the future? Yeah, yeah. Ace of Cups coming through. King of Swords coming through. Ace of Cups, new opportunity, new emotional opportunity. Leave whatever is the heartache behind. Make sure you ditch that. Like throw those swords out. And these three, but it's these two that I wanted. High Priestess inverted, a delay on the High Priestess. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. You need to ask a different question. You are at the crossroads. Yeah, there's new adventure, but there's something you need to look at again. You need to look at it with a little bit more of an emotional lead, not just logic, logic, logic. So it's not going to just math out on paper. It has to be something that the desire of your heart is calling you toward a little bit more thoroughly. And that's important for you, huge important for you. So that's what I got for you, sweetie. Good luck on that. Good luck. Yeah, Gigi, it is super cool that she's going out of the country. It's cool that she's kind of a traveler. She's a little bit different than me, and she's a traveler, and she's like navigates the airports and does all kinds of stuff that she really likes to do. And me, I will go. I've flown on planes before, but I never quite enjoy that at all. It's like, yeah, I don't like that turbulence. I don't like the being that top heavy, that ungrounded is not good for me. Maybe that's just my Virgo nature. I don't know, but yeah. So that's what I've got there. Okay, so we can go into the collective. If you haven't been in here before, there's some of my cards. And over here is some of my cards. And I've got a crap ton of cards. I love, love, love tarot. And happy to do readings for you. Happy to spend some time with you. If you've got a question about a deck and I can, you know, grab it and show you some of the cards. If you haven't bought it yet and you're thinking about it, then I'll find it. But yeah, that's what we've got. So, and that's what we're doing. And if you got questions that are just kind of questions about spirituality or things that you wonder about, I'm happy to give you my opinion. It doesn't mean it's the only answer or the only solution. Hey, Kim, hey. 650 decks? Well, maybe. Maybe just a few of those. Did I know what? Paid Cash App Gigi. Okay. I'm seeing Michelle's Cash App. Is that Gigi? Let's see. Hang on, hang on. Yep, it is. All right. So a blind. Got it. Got it. Thursday is my 1-year anniversary of going solo. I didn't know that. Wow. Kim, isn't that fabulous? I did not know that. Okay, we're going to go into Gigi's blind. 1 second. We're going here. Oh. I'm getting the word Stormwalker, not Stormtrooper, Stormwalker, Stormwalker. I'm not sure what that's about. So Gigi Michelle, let's see what's looking at this. And I'm going to tip this down. Okay. Stormwalker. Stormwalker. What is that about for Gigi Michelle? Oh. Okay, we've got Seeing the True You, The Sacred Fool, and Heaven Sent. Now I'm going to leave these down so you can see them, even though they're kind of upside down to you. Oh, dang thing. There we go. There's something coming in about not playing by the rules. Sacred Fool is coming in pretty strongly here. I'm going to go easy on these cards so as to not create an issue. But if you look in her hand right here, you see the puppets on the string. And what I'm getting, as it says, I'm getting Stormwalker, Stormwalker. I'm getting something about this Sacred Fool walk. You're walking, you're the a little bit of a chain breaker, a little bit of the one in the family that breaks the chains, that does it differently, that defies convention. The time has come for you to defy convention. We're not there yet. We're in here. These are a completely different kind of art. Let's see what's coming through on these. It's not just as cut and dry as maybe, you know, we talk about family dynamics sometimes, and sometimes there's like the golden child or the black sheep, and sometimes those roles are thrown about, tossed about, switched over and over and over again. And it feels like you've been a little bit in the blender, and sometimes the black sheep, and sometimes doing okay. But it feels like you are one that is supposed to be breaking chains about something in the family. We've got pause, silence, and believe. Seeing the beauty in the pause. Sacred Fool in the silence. Again. in the silence under the tree, this is where you're understanding something. This is like family tree, family inheritance, legacy, the things that are often left unsaid. It's not even that they're so secret and not spoken about. No, no, no. It's just things that are left unsaid, but deeper meaning and deeper understanding, looking back on the generation that's come before with some of the wisdom that they maybe don't express, looking in their actions and what they've done, particularly on the feminine aspect of things. There's something that has gone unsaid. Honoring their intention is what you're understanding how to do, what you're understanding what to look beyond. Maybe you think somebody like, okay, yeah, okay. What I'm getting is when my mom was married to my stepdad, Max, she would bring dinner to him. And I always thought, you know, in the very liberated and feisty teenager self of me, why are you serving him dinner on a plate? Blah, blah, blah. Mom, you got to be more liberated than that. Blah, 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 blah. Used to chap my hide. It took me until I was married and quite a bit later that I understood that this was her doing what she was doing, not just fulfilling a role that she had learned, but there was her own reason to doing it. It was something she did out of love for my stepfather. And that particular stepfather was the better of the cooks, let me tell you. Whew, he could make some mean fried potatoes. But this act of kindness, this act of service, or this role she took on, that I was quick to make it my teenage judgment as if I knew any better. There's something that's underlying that, and this is where the heaven sent and believe is coming in. There's something else going on. There's a different harmonic that you're able to see through. So there is legacy and chain breaking going on, and there's something seeing through, seeing behind this, seeing underlying lessons of intent. Now, what else is going on? There she is. So this is the tattered wings, and what we're getting references to here is like the storm. Particularly, I'm getting the prow of the boat, and I'm getting something, the storm at the prow of the boat. It doesn't feel quite like Titanic, but it feels like the shelter in the storm is what this woman would stand for, whether she's on the prow of the boat or on the edge of the deck in the middle of the winter storm. There's something about this where you see differently. There's a perspective. There's a washing happening. There's this change of a history that needs to happen. A little bit of this rest. Now look at this. The sacred fool is the one that was on top of here where the puppet strings were at. And this is letting all the strings be down. Let the silence be there. Kind of come back and return to yourself for a moment. Wow. This is a card. Some people would see this and see the nothingness, but this is a rip in the fabric and a restoration. What's going on with that? That one needs more clarity. A rip in the fabric. Yes. A rip in the fabric, or like A Wrinkle in Time. That book is so fun. That's a great old book. But a rip in the fabric or a wrinkle in time. A change in the fabric of time. Why? Because the legacy. Why? Because the change is happening. There's something tearing through this. Lilith is coming through. The understanding of Lilith. Now, if you don't know who Lilith is, look her up. But she's more ancient and more old than people know. More beautiful than people realize. And gets a bum rap. She's definitely original black sheep woman for sure. Why? Because she wanted what was equal and was fair and was misunderstood. And then hope comes. There's shelter coming. This is distant, distant, distant. This one here, it feels like it's about a year out. I'm not sure what this is, but sitting under the umbrellas is what I'm getting on a cool summer's night, about a year out. And it's when this one has been restored. That's what I'm getting. That's what's coming through. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's what's coming through. There is something where you're being invited to restore a situation or to see beyond the limitations of the previous generation in order to move forward a little further for you. That's what's going on. That's really, really big. It's like the puppet strings need to be cut, and you understand that. The strings need to be cut. You need to understand the history, but also understand how you do it differently. That's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous energy coming through. So that's what I've got for you. This is the Sacred Rebels deck. I don't know what this is. I forget the name of my oracles sometimes. And then this one is the Tattered Wings. So that's what I've got. Yeah, when you pay for a read, please let Kim know. She helps me keep my brain on straight and lets me know what's going on and helps me keep tracking that. Yeah, Gigi, Michelle, watch your mother's line watch the line of women along your mother's side of the family. I'm not sure what that's about, but there is a lesson that she learned to do, almost as if this is what women were expected to do. So this is how it's always gone. And you're breaking away from that, doing something entirely different. I don't know if that's your spiritual beliefs. I don't know if it's career choice. I don't know if it's how you do your family, whatever. But you're breaking away from that, doing it quite separately, quite differently and distinctly. You're also understanding the dynamic of her relationship and how she did it, how she did her role as mother, how she did her role as partner, and some of the things that you may have seen and gone, not sure on that, and it's going to make more sense. It'll click in. Am I starting mentoring classes? You know, I really probably got to do that soon. I've been a little bit of a chicken shit about that, and I probably ought to start doing that soon. I was thinking about doing something that was like, maybe I need to get on Patreon or some kind of thing and do like a subscription, and then people can, like, we'll just do like a weekly class once a week or something like that. So if you guys are interested in that, it's something that I think I could do. It's about time for me to teach again. So yeah, let me get some water and we'll see what's going on. Okay. Hey there, Steph. Good to see you. Okay, I think I saw something come through here, so I'm just going to check and see. And Kim, if you know of one, you let me know. Oh, I think I just screwed that up. We'll see. See if it's going. Okay. Maybe I misread that. I'm not sure. Come on. I hate when I try and get my goofy iPad to do something and it's not doing something. So, sorry, guys. There we go. Nope, I think that was just an old one. Not to worry. Okay. So we can go into the collective if we want. If you want to have an oracle reading, get an oracle reading. If you want to get a tarot reading, get a tarot reading. So, yeah. I'm here for a short window of time today. I might come on tomorrow. I was thinking about coming on tomorrow just because I do need to cut it short today. So anyway, that's something in the mix. So that's what we're thinking of. So yeah, and let Kim know. Kim, if there's somebody on the list, let me know. Otherwise, maybe we'll go into a collective for a little bit and see what's going on there. There's been some trippy temperance energy in the collective is what I would call it. In fact, we're going to go in there now. There's trippy temperance energy going on in the collective. I'm going to shift this down and shift this down so we can see. But what we're going into is the tarot of, I think it's reverse perspective. So we're going in here. You're seeing that it's clear. Perfect time then to do this. Tarot of reverse perspective for the collective. What do we need to know? Because the temperance energy has been like one of balancing the flow, and it's almost been like a little bit too full on in some cases. Okay, we've got the Five of Pentacles, the separation, the leaving, the needing to leave something behind, needing to leave the poverty mindset behind or the lack mindset behind. This is important. And this is something where a lot of people are walking away from a certain energy, a certain traditional energy. They're walking away from it. Why? Because this is weddings, graduations, birth. There is something being birthed that is new coming through right now. This is big. This is for the collective. Something that is newly being birthed, and there's much excitement about it. There's a lot of dancing and celebratory energy around this. The Two of Cups is coming through. And there's a little bit of a delay on what this partnership has been. And these cups are big. These offerings need to be big. This is coming through asking us to offer wholehearted. Really, really offer something fully, wholehearted, and expect the offering to be met equally. You can't just offer a little. You can't just offer a little wee portion. No. You need to offer something fully, wholeheartedly. This is important for us moving forward, and to look to those that would partner with us that are going to offer equally. It's just a huge thing to know. Part of the separation that will come is if you're in situations or relationships where it's a little bit off balance, where you're always the giver, 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 or you're always the one expecting and waiting, expecting and waiting, expecting and waiting. That's changing. It's shifting. It's like you're running out of time to just sit around waiting for somebody else to grow up or figure it out. And if they aren't figuring it out, or if they aren't going to at least do their part and meet you equally, you're going to be like, I'm stepping back. I'm taking a break from this. I don't need to be in this energy. You're going to have people meet you on your own terms more because you are ready to be dancing, to be lighter of spirit, to be happier, and to celebrate whatever that is being birthed that is new. It's time to lift the glass, and you know it. It's time to celebrate a co-creation type of thing coming in. Then the Four of Cups, there will be those that are just refusing to see. They're going to sit, they're going to be they're going to be petulant. If you sit in this waiting, you're not going to receive the second cup that needs to be there. And then here, the main character energy that comes through with this so often, this gift that we have in our hands, our ability that we have, even though we see it as flawed and imperfect, it's so big, and it's time to share. It's the old, if you share, you get more. The proportion on this is huge. It's not the time to sit brooding. It's not the time to sit and wonder or think, well, maybe. No, it's the time to offer more because it's big, and whatever you offer is amplified, magnified. Magnified is what I'm getting. So the offering that you make is amplified to a huge degree. So this is how these cards are sitting here. See if you can see them all. Hopefully you can. I want to see what else is going on, particularly when it comes to this card. So clarification on this card. Let's look. Wow. We got the Page of Swords. It's the amplification of the gift and the amplification of the truth, of knowing and witnessing, seeing the truth. Now, sometimes the communication on this guy is a little bit poor, but it's also this protective energy. There are those of us who it is in our stewardship, our soul contract, to be protectors of others by speaking our truth, by showing up and standing in our truth, by standing in our power, by holding this up. This is sometimes leading by example, is the old school way of saying it. It's taking it on, owning what is truly ours, what is authentically ours, what it is that we do, owning it, and not backing down from it, not being shy about it, but just being, this is it, this is us, this is me. Yeah. Greatest showman on earth, this is me. Okay, I'm getting the nod from Lucy. She's one of my guides. And it's saying something, she's saying this is me and nodding in the lyrics, or I'm not a stranger to the dark. That's a good one. It's a good new anthem for a lot of people to show up. This is me, declaring who you are, very open about this is me, take it or leave it, and showing up fully as yourself. This is something huge for so many of us right now. Maybe it is that you think of things a little bit differently than your family of origin. Maybe it is that you're leaving something that's the tradition or the faith of your fathers, the faith of your ancestors doesn't quite resonate with you. You don't believe in the same structure as they do. Maybe it's the field that they're all in that isn't quite the same, but it's different for you. And who you are and who you're meant to be is totally for you to discover and present and offer up. As it is for them to do them exactly in the moment that they're in. But when you honor what it is about you that needs to go forward strongly, it empowers others to do the same. And it breaks down self-deception and blockages and old thinking, old patterns. It breaks down and chops down things that are untrue, that are falsities. And this is why the big sword is coming through with this gift also. It's a huge gift in order to do this. It's super big. That's what I've got. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's what I've got right now. I don't know what it's all about, but for those of us in here, I'm sure that we know the area. Brandy, it hits the nail on the head. Good. Glad. Maybe that one is for a question for you. Every once in a while, when we're in here, even if it's just a few of us, it'll be like, okay, this is what we need to go and discuss, or this is what we need to go and talk about. But this is how it comes through. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm wondering if maybe we switch things up a little bit and see if we can get the algorithm to do a little bit differently. There's like 8 of us in the room. So I think what I'm going to do is step out and then back in and try and do a reset. So will you guys come back with me in just 1 minute or 30 seconds? I think we're going to do that and see if we can get the algorithm flowing a little bit more, because I'd like to stay on a little bit more, do what I need to do, and then get on with the day. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to exit out and I'll be right back.